Hi, Algebra 2 students. Okay, so I am here today to help just give you a refresher on how to solve linear equations, okay? So ignore that it says question 2 up there. I just found some practice problems and I picked some and took some screenshots of it. So the first thing I just think that's really important when you are doing math is to stay really organized. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna just draw a line down the equal sign here so I can keep everything straight. It's just a way for me to stay organized. And the first thing I actually want to deal with right here is this 3 times the quantity of x plus 6. I need to distribute this into the parentheses. And when I distribute it, that means I'm going to multiply, okay? So that's 3 times x, which is 3x, and 3 times 6, which is 18. And then it's just important to remember you do not distribute it to something that's outside of the parentheses. So that plus 2, I'm not going to deal with that, okay? What I am going to do is I'm going to bring that down, okay? I'm going to just stay nice and organized. And now I have to get x by itself. But before I get x by itself, what I want to do is I want to simplify both sides of the equal sign first, okay? And when I say simplify both sides of the equal sign, you're going to look at them separately, right? So it's almost like I'm only going to look at this side right now, and I'm going to combine like terms on this side, okay? So 18 plus 2, well, that's going to give me 20. And so 3x plus 20. And then I want to simplify anything on the other side. Well, 39, I can't do anything. I just write is equal to 39. And now I'm ready to start solving. Okay, so I want x by itself on this left side, right? Because this is the left side here. I want x by itself. So I need to get rid of that plus 20 and that multiplication of 3. So I need to get rid of that plus 20 first, and to get rid of it means I want to bring it to the other side. I want to bring it to the right side, okay? And whenever I cross that red line, when I go over to the other side, I think other side, opposite operation. So I have a plus 20 here. I actually want to subtract 20 and subtract 20. Whoopsie, I accidentally. Okay, so 39 minus 20. Well, that's going to give me what? It's going to give me 19. Okay, let's just scroll down a little bit. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. And now I still need to get, whoa, baby, what just happened? Forgive me. Let's do Control Z there, okay? I still need x by itself there, right? So I need to get rid of that 3. Okay. So to get rid of that 3, I'm going to, since it's multiplication of 3, remember I want to bring that 3 to the other side. So I do the opposite operation because it's going to the opposite side, right? So the opposite operation would be to divide by 3. And then if you needed, you could put 19 divided by 3 in your calculator. You're going to see that it's going to turn out to a decimal. So you just want to leave that as an improper fraction there. So our final answer is x is equal to 19 over 3. And now if you want, just a friendly reminder, if you want to know if you did it right, you would go back and you'd plug that in to the equation up here to make sure that it does all equal 39 once you simplified this part of the equation. Okay, so that's one way you can just always be checking your work. It's not required, but just a nice little thing to do. Okay, so the next one here, this is where, hey, we have variables on both sides. So this can mess with people sometimes, like, oh, what do I do? So again, I'm going to stay nice and organized. I see on my, like if I would even put my curtain up like I did before, on this left-hand side of the equal sign, there's nothing to do. I can't combine any variables right now. I can't combine any like terms. But on this right side over here, okay, I can do something. I can distribute this 3 here, so that's 3x. And then 3 times negative 2 gives me minus 6, negative 6, equals 9 minus 2x, okay? And now what happens is because I have variables on both sides of the equal sign, I have a negative 2x and a 3x, I need to get those together. It doesn't matter which one. You could bring the 3x over to this side or the negative 2x over here. It doesn't matter. I'm going to bring the negative 2x to this right side over here. Now remember, when I cross this line, I need to do the opposite operation. So I have a subtraction of 2x. So the opposite operation of subtraction of 2x is to add 2x. And add 2x. So now that cancels out, and I have 9 is equal to 5x minus 6. Okay? And so now I'm all ready to get x by itself. Okay? So I have a subtraction of 6 here, and I have a multiplication of 5. So I need to get those numbers to the other side of the equal sign. Again, opposite operation. I need to get rid of the subtraction of 6 first, so I'm going to do the opposite operation, which is to add 6. 9 plus 6, so that gives me 15, is equal to 5x. Okay. And now I need to get rid of that 5, right? So opposite operation, because I'm going to bring it over here. I'm going to divide by 5. Divide by 5. And 15 divided by 5 is 3, so x equals 3. How do I know I did it right? You can always plug it in up here and make sure that you have an equivalent statement. All right, let's keep cruising, you guys. You're doing great. Okay, so here I have a fraction one. I think might go to the next one. This one's a little bit easier fraction one. Okay, so if x over 5 minus 8 equals 7. When you only have one fraction like this is pretty easy, okay? I'm actually going to rewrite this as 1/5 x minus 8 equals 7. Because sometimes you see that more and I want to talk about the reciprocal. We can talk about it over here if need be, but I would like to do it that way. Okay, so I'm going to circle x. I'm all ready to go. There's nothing to simplify on the left side. There's nothing to simplify on the right side. So I'm ready to get x by itself. So I'm going to add 8 first because that's the opposite of subtraction of 8. And that's going to give me 1/5 x is equal to 15. Okay. And now what I need to do is I need to get rid of, right? I need to get rid of this 1/5 x. So when you just have one fraction like this with that x there, to get it to the other side, some people say, well, we're multiplying by 1/5, so I need to divide by 1/5. Well, that is correct. But really, when you divide by 1/5, that is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. So I'm going to just do that right off the bat. And if you've forgotten what reciprocal means, that just means 1/5 is flipped to be 5/1. That's the reciprocal. And 5/1 is just 5. Okay, so that cancels that out. And what I do to one side, I'm going to do to the other. Okay, so 15 times 5 then, well, what is that? Well, 5 times 5 is 25, and you carry that 2, and that's going to give you 75. And you can put that in the calculator or do it in your head, whatever it may be. Okay, and now our last thing is here is just a friendly reminder on what to do when there's so many fractions like this. Okay. And that can really bug people, okay? But there's a couple different ways you can do it. I'm going to show you the way that I like to do it. I'm going to just rewrite this. I have 1/2 minus 2x, okay? Now, that's the left side, right? Over here is the left side of the equal sign. And I can't simplify anything right now. There's no like terms that I can combine. But over here, what I can do, okay, is I can distribute that 3, okay? So I have 3x minus 12 plus 3/4. Okay, now what I want to do is, because I have two fractions, right? Because I have two fractions, I want to just get rid of the fractions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this whole equation, okay? I'm going to multiply this whole equation by the common denominator, the least common denominator of this 1/2 here and this 3/4. So if I have 1/2 and I was adding it to 3/4, which I'm not going to do, I want to just think about what is the lowest common denominator that I would use. And that would be 4. Now you could use 8, that's not the lowest, but 4 is the lowest common denominator. So I'm going to multiply by 4, okay? And what that's going to happen, I'll show you what we're going to do here. So I need to distribute this 4 to every single thing here. So watch what's going to happen. I have 4 here. I have 4 times 3/4. So there's a few ways you can do it, but one way, if you struggle, that kids like to do it, is they say, okay, I have 4. I'm going to take 4 times 3, which is 12, and then I'm going to divide by 4. So 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Or you could just think of it this way, hey, these cancel, okay? But if you struggle, sometimes people struggle a little bit more with that. So 4, I have to multiply that 4, so you see it in black here, right? To this whole fraction. 4 times 3 is 12, divided by 4 is 3, and that's what I'm left with there. Okay, I need to do it again now. 4 times negative 12. Well, 4 times negative 12, that's not too bad. That's negative 48. And I'm going to put a plus here because that was a positive number. You see that there when I did all my work there. So negative 48. Now I'm going to say 4 times 3x, so times it by 4. 4 times 3x, well, that's 12x, okay, is equal to 4 times negative 2. Well, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8x. And then 4 times 1/2. Now, some people can do that in their head. Well, what's half of 4? That's 2. But if you want to do it the same way I just did over here, you would say, okay, 4 times 1. So you multiply by the numerator first. That's what we did over here, right? And then you divide by the denominator. So I'm going to multiply by the numerator. 4 times 1 is 4. And then I'm going to divide by the denominator. 4 divided by 2 is 2. And so now what I've just done is I've gotten rid of all the denominators, which people don't like fractions, so that's nice. And now I just go with my typical problem solving strategies right now, okay? So I look on this left side, and on the left side over here, there's nothing to simplify. There's no like terms. But on the right side of the equal sign, I do have negative 48 plus 3, so I can simplify that. So that's going to give me 12x minus 45. Equals negative 8x, and I have a positive 2 there, okay? Now what I want to do, because I can't simplify either side anymore, I want to start bringing things to the opposite sides of the equal sign. So I need to first get my negative 8x and 12x together. So I'm going to move that negative 8x over to the 12x. So the opposite operation of that subtraction of 8x is an addition of 8x, okay? And an addition of 8x. Okay, so now I'm going to have 2, right, is equal to 20x minus 45. And now I'm really ready to get this x by itself, right? Okay, so I have subtraction of 45. I need to get that over to the other side, so I need opposite operation. Whoops. Okay, so that gives me 47. Equals 20x, and that cancels. And now I need to get rid of this multiplication of 20, so I'm going to divide by 20. Okay, so I have that 47 there, divided by 20. Oh no, my iPad just stopped working. 47 divided by 20, and I can't simplify that. You could put it in your calculator if you wanted. And if you put that in your calculator, 47 divided by 20, you would get 2.35. So you could write that as an answer if you'd like, okay? Or you can just, I did that on my computer, so it's even messier, but that's okay. Or you could leave it as 47 over 20, okay? So hopefully this helped with just a quick little review of solving some different linear equations. Make sure if you have any other questions to ask your teacher. And I went a little fast, so hopefully you paused when necessary. This was not meant to reteach you, like teach it from the beginning. It was just meant to refresh your memory on how to solve those equations. Have a great day, everyone. We can't wait to see you again soon.